For Indians, eating betel leaves or pan is a national passion. But the pan is incomplete without all its traditional ingredients, the supari, saunf, various powders, and the ultimate high, tobacco. After centuries of elaborate pan-making traditions, the 1980s saw a quiet revolution. The industry introduced gutka, a variant of the pan masala, which included tobacco, and slowly it became the rage. Its advantage compared to the traditional pan was that it was clean, nicely packed, easily available and could be eaten anywhere without a problem. Like cigarettes, these gutka packets do contain a warning often so small that it can hardly be read.
You know, that statement, that line on the packet is really not going to affect me.
Now the nicotine has gone to my veins.
A recent study by the Regional Cancer Center at Thiruvananthapuram and Johns Hopkins University has come up with a cancer risk index of major gutka brands available, rated on an acceptable risk of 1%. But gutka manufacturers reject these studies. They question the limit of 1% and even the relation between gutka and cancer.
Simply because a person chews tobacco and he attracts an oral cancer, it cannot be attributed to the chewing tobacco. But simply because you eat banana and anything happens, then banana cannot be attributed, all diseases cannot be attributed to it.
They also argue that any attempt to ban gutka will put thousands of people out of work.
26 million people earn direct and indirect livelihood from tobacco. Tobacco also provides 10% of our total revenue collections, contributing about 5,500 crores of rupees, and it contributes about 3% of the agri exports.
The health minister, when contacted, said that the government was still looking into the matter.
See, this has to be studied, See, with regard to this, there are consultative meetings have already taken place with the interministerial level. And we have set up a committee also to study this.
Doctors especially worry about the number of cases of oral cancer that have risen appreciably and feel that the ease with which gutka is available is partly responsible.
There's everything to prove that tobacco chewing of manpuri, khaini, slake lime and all these things cause oral cancer.
Perhaps the most disturbing issue in this controversy is the increasing number of little children addicted to chewing tobacco.
हम तो देते नहीं, हम मना करते हैं, लेकिन वो कहते तुम्हारे से क्या है, तुम तो पैसे, तुम्हारे पैसे से मतलब है तुम्हारे को, हम क्या कर सकते हैं? दिन में खाया देंगे 5-6 बस.
गुटका इष्टा ना निम्गे तिंतिरा.
इष्टा. इष्टा.
ಯಾಕೆ?
ತಿನ್ನಕ್ಕೆ.
ಎಷ್ಟು ಅದು ಖರ್ಚ ಅದು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಒಂದು ಪ್ಯಾಕೆಟ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು?
50 ಪೈಸೆ.
The Indian technology industry is a young one. The average age of employees is about 30 years, and it depends largely on them to help move the industry forward. Recognizing this, a number of IT companies have rewritten the rule book to enthuse their key resource, employees. New age offices are now moving from a fixed 9-to-5 work regimen to a more informal setup, one where employees can choose and work the hours they want to. Of course, they still have to meet deadlines. Infosys, one of India's software giants, employs 4,500 IT professionals in its 42-acre landscaped Bangalore office. Not only do the employees enjoy flexible work hours, the office has also been specially modelled on the lines of a university campus.
The average Infosys is young. The average age is 26.5 years. Many of them have stepped out of campus And this kind of a campus is a natural extension of where they have been the last few years. It gives them the most natural setting while they are working. It gives them the opportunity to unwind after a hard day's work.
A casual atmosphere that is making quite a few employees happy. Govind Maheshwari, a 26-year-old software programmer, has been working at Infosys for the past 1 year, and he claims that the informal campus atmosphere does wonders to his work routine.
After all, it could be mine. You can work at any hours you feel like. You can just go out, hang around, do things you want to do. Unlike in other places, I mean, in a typical work environment, it's a more 9 to 5 routine.
What will you have, sir? Yeah, I want one.
Infosys also has a food court, an ATM, a golf course, a gym, and an amphitheatre for cultural shows on its campus. Another software biggie, Wipro, with several offices in Bangalore, is also keen on investing in its employees. Wipro offices incorporate flexible hours of work and recreation rooms to unwind in when work pressures get too much. Vaibhav Manchanda, a young software programmer, often uses the gym at work to stay fit.
The life of the software engineer is very hectic. We have long hours, came early in the morning, and when we have deadlines we have to take back. So it's tough to go to gym near our house. So, and if the office provides all these facilities, it's perfect.
Apart from these amenities, Wipro was one of the first companies in India to introduce employee stock options or ESOPs. ESOPs give employees part ownership of the company in proportion to the number of shares allotted to them. They can be encashed after a lock-in period of about 3 to 5 years. This year, the ESOP plan has been expanded to include even the new entrants.
We thought that the kind of company which we are about to build, we require the current star performers to remain with the company and contribute very actively to the building of the company. So with that view in mind, the stock option program was really launched.
Along with the big companies, 4-year-old Unimobile, which offers mobile internet services, is also a major player in the perks race. Each of the 60 employees in its Bangalore office has been given a car and a cell phone.
We are a lifestyle company and we expect people, our consumers, to have a certain lifestyle, and we were very sure that people working within the company needed to lead the same lifestyle. And I guess that's why we started out giving cars to people and mobile phones to people, because they exemplified a lifestyle.
Cars, mobile phones and pots of money may make for a dream tale, but this new work culture in Indian IT offices is following global trends, according to consulting agency PricewaterhouseCoopers.
If you're hiring younger people, more aggressive, more ambitious people, and the opportunity cost for those people for staying back in India, the challenge and the attractiveness has to compare with the best in the world. So naturally then you gear your compensation to attract that kind of a profile.
It's a simple case of recognizing and valuing employees for their work skills. As the Indian IT industry grows, companies will have to give out good compensation packages to attract and retain the best talent.